welcome to RoughCut once again. This is Kaveree Bamzai, who has to watch all the movies so that you know what to watch and what not to watch, and the streaming series, of course. This week we start with Citadel, the second season, with Priyanka Chopra Jonas, our very own Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Richard Madden, and a whole host of big stars. This follows the simple template that has been set, I think, by Bond and by all the many espionage movies many years ago. That if you want to be classy, you have to have a British villain. Here, the villain, as in season one, is being played by Leslie Manville, that wonderful actress. And the other sort of villain is Stanley Tucci, who's not British but might as well be. He's so classy, and we've just seen him in Devil Wears Prada too, so we know how exactly how wonderful he is. And there's the usual plot: Manticore, the group of evil billionaires, including a lot of tech bros, to be in tune with the times. They are out to destroy Citadel, which is the only citadel community of freelance spies, which is out to save the world and help it from being destroyed by these billionaires who essentially want to control the entire technology used for surveillance. Why is it so familiar? Because, well, there's so many movies and series that are based on precisely that premise. But we have so many episodes to go and lots of wonderful locations to see. Some new characters, including two supposed CII spies who are essentially loudmouths, and you have a very European view of CIA agents as duffers, but of course, very smart killing machines, but otherwise duffers. Played One of them played by Jack Reno, who's pretty good at playing duffers, if you remember him in The Perfect Couple as well. So, what's the premise? The premise is that there's going to be a G8 meeting, and the Russian president is going to be there. And for some reason that involves surveillance, it's too complicated to go in here. Manticore, which is in this case led by this billionaire, wants to kill the Russian president because he wants essentially to control the entire surveillance mechanism of the world. And the Russians are the only members of the world surveillance community which are still sort of using satellites that cannot be tapped. God, I can't believe that I said all that. Anyway, so you have lots of dialogues like you don't know whether they want to, or to kill each other. You can fill in the blanks, and all dialogues look as if they've been written by AI. You love me. No, you think you loved me. No, you think you loved me, but you did not love me, but I thought you loved me. It's too complicated. Anyway, it all looks as if it's written by AI, and the actors also pretty much say it like AI robots. But there are some small sweet moments. One of them was a lovely lullaby that was sung by Priyanka Chopra, which is "Ae Gagan Ke Tale" by Kishore Kumar from the 1964 film. And it's a sweet moment and a sort of nod to her Indian heritage. I was love it. I really enjoyed seeing that. It was just a moment, but it was a nice moment. Because it's a spy film, there will have to be a party, and everyone gets to play dress up and wear red lipstick and wear ruffled shirts and gowns with knee high or thigh high splits, and everyone looks wonderful. But of course, everything then ends in carnage. And nobody trusts anyone else because they're all spies and they all have their own agendas. Is Citadel season 2 worth watching? I'm not too sure. If you want to spend so much time with these characters, perhaps for the locations, they are quite wonderful and they do cross several nations from England to Italy to Sweden to Switzerland. I think Switzerland as well. And they're not all sets, so that's pretty cool. What else? What else can I say about it? Yeah, the acting is like, how it's by acting by numbers, where if you're angry, you have to clench your teeth. If you're really angry, you have to shout out loud. And if you're really, really angry, you just take out your Uzi and kill everyone else. So it's that kind of acting, which is surprising. It's been directed by Joe Russo, the person behind the brothers, one of the brothers behind the Avengers. Um, but yeah, I suppose it's the kind of season. It's better than the first season, and I suppose it's the kind of season that you can sort of dip into if you really have nothing better to do. It's at least good looking in terms of both the characters and the locations. And Richard Madden doesn't it doesn't hurt to look at him. If you remember him from the Game of Thrones and Bodyguard, not bad looking at all. And we won't go into what happens to him in this season. The second thing that I've watched this week, which I do not recommend, and I'm telling you this so that you don't watch it, is Daadi Ki Shaadi, which is Kapil Sharma uniting with Neetu Singh and her daughter Riddhima, making her screen debut. It's always wonderful to see Neetu Singh on screen. There's no doubt about it. Whether it was in Do Duni Char or in Jug Jug Jio, or of course in her earlier avatar as the young, bubbly, dancing queen. She's so lovely and she's so elegant now that, and just watching her on screen is a delight. And it's always nice to see someone at her age. I think she's 67, looking so cool and so elegant. Um, but it's a pity that the material doesn't quite match her acting chops and those she has in abundance. And it's a pity that Kapil Sharma, who's shown flashes of brilliance in Zwigato by Nandita Das, doesn't really get to exploit his full potential. Though I have to say that he's quite low key here, and it's good to see him sort of blend in with the ensemble cast. It's an interesting premise. The woman whom Kapil Sharma wants to marry is the granddaughter of Neetu Singh, who also wants to marry. There's so many relatives that I have to get the relationships right. And the person that Neetu Singh wants to marry, her grandmother, is Sarat Kumar, the actor from the South, who's so good and who's so good here and really adds a lot of dignity to the proceedings. But for some reason, it all doesn't quite fit well. I mean, there are a few moments that. Will make you feel nice. It's nice to see a family film, without blood and gore and axes and chainsaws and guns and all sorts of weaponry. And it's nice to see Shimla and Chandigarh and the more laid back parts of our country. But it's a pity that it doesn't quite fit together. And you think, maybe I should just watch the Kapil Sharma show, and it might be less of a waste of time. So this is unfortunately a movie that I would ask you to forego. And if you really want to watch Neetu Singh in full flight, please watch Dodo Nichar, where she was united with her late husband Rishi Kapoor, which is one of the most charming films I've seen, Habib Faisal, and or even Jug Jug Jio, where there was a lot of nuance to her character of an older woman who realizes that the person that she's spent most of her life with isn't really who he is, and now wants to live her own life. So no to Daadi Ki Shaadi, sort of yes to Citadel. Season 2, not a very good week at the movies and streaming, I'm afraid. But we hope for something better next week. There's always next week. There's always another Friday. Thank you so much for watching.